Greetings everyone, Zannrath here, and welcome back to more Everlasting Summer. And let's go ahead and pick up where we were last time. I believe we just beat Alyssa in, what was it? I don't think they gave the card game a name, but we trashed her in it. And I don't remember what happened afterwards, but we're in the square with Comrade here. So, in the blink of an eye, I found myself at the square. Oh yeah, she took my clothes. Oh, Alyssa. Sneaky little devil. Alright. To my great surprise, Alyssa was sitting on a bench, apparently bored. She had already changed. Give them back. Yeah, sure, take them. She muttered with a guilty tone and handed back my uniform. Don't think I was waiting for you on purpose or anything like that. Oh, okay, well, la-di-da. Alyssa turned her back and set off towards the cabin at easy pace. I was left standing, riveted to the spot. I didn't expect such a twist. The guilt did its job, perhaps. Fat chance. Anyway, it's better to keep away from her. Any recent events did not change a thing. And recent events didn't change a thing. I headed to Olga Dmitryevna's cabin, hopefully already dressed. For the first time today, I finally felt how tired it was and how wet my underwear must be. Because of the swimming, not because of Alyssa. You know, we're not that premature. Pretty sure this is stuff I've seen before. Yeah, so let's go ahead and fast forward to that. Day 3 should be the same as before. So, I don't know. I'm gonna continue with what I've said before, just because. Pretty sure that didn't have any consequence. Okay, it'll come. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. And I should take a look. Is required for this to work out. And I'm pretty sure I've already done this, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip through this. I'm pretty sure I did this on my first playthrough, so yeah. Okay, I'll come. Of course. I don't remember if I did that choice in the original playthrough, so let's go ahead and read a little bit. Between shame at the dance party and Divachevskia's mad guitar skills, I'd rather pick the latter. Good boy. She smiled strangely. I was just wondering if the decision I made was the right one, when suddenly I was interrupted by a ringing calling the pioneers for lunch. I looked towards the canteen. I suppose it's time to go. Hunger is a sharp thorn. I turned around with the intent to call Alyssa to come along, but she looked so cheerless and down. Every musician should know when it's time to leave, I grumbled under my breath. Who is marching forward in a row? It's our pioneer squad. Pioneers in a row usually march to the canteen in the Sovionok camp. I was looking for a place where no one would disturb me, like what happened before. Why is it black? Just so I can eat in peace. And for that, I have to at least not be the last one to come. Okay. I was pretty sure whatever happened here happens whether I want it or not. The canteen was crammed as full as an egg. Olga Dmitryevna was standing at the entrance, guarding it like a hawk. Well, Semyon, were you working hard today? Hard enough. Pretty sure this is the same as before, right? Or at least I've read this before at some point. Well done, truly well done. Hardest yet to come. Just bet. Find a seat next to girls. You point at table to pillar. Semyon, Yana, and Lena were already sitting there. Not bad company. At least not the worst. Pretty sure I've read this, but let me just go fast forward a little bit, just to make sure. I don't remember reading this. But let me fast forward a little bit just in case something does come up. Okay, I don't think I have read this. So, let's see. Right, not bad company, at least not the worst. Got my meal. Do you mind if I sit here? Caught myself sounding a bit clueless. There were no free places anyway. No, of course not. Please do. Lena remained silent. Today the meal consists of a plate of borscht. I think I said that right. I suspect there was some meat lurking in it, but I had no evidence. Some poultry, chances are chickenus domesticus, with fried potatoes and a traditional glass of compote. I found myself liking the local food more and more. I guess I just came to the conclusion that I had no other choice, which means that there is no use in complaining. Thank God there's something to eat. Coming to the ball tonight? I don't know. Wait, I think I might have read this before. Though I already had my arrangements with Alyssa. He'll come, he's got nowhere to go. Oleana said happily. You will come for sure. Of course, I can't miss the opportunity to watch you make a fool of yourself. I think I might have read this before then. Should play briefly. So you should go to. Don't forget to wear your tailcoats. I feel like I've read that before, so I'm gonna go ahead and just skip. Oh, what? Oh, is this why we had to clean the thing? I think. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, it is. Let's see. Okay, I'll come. I don't think this matters. And I think we've done both choices, so let's go ahead and just fast forward. We'll be nice to Oleana, just cause. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is at the activated carbon area choice. So still got a ways to go before we have to save again. Before we branch off between good and bad. And obviously we are going to... I don't think I've ever had this choice before, go to Alyssa or go to the dance party, so... well, obviously we're going to Alyssa, because that's, what we have to do for her. A few minutes later, I approached the stage. Maybe it was a bad idea accepting her offer. Just talking to... Can we just call her Alyssa? Means danger. On the other hand, I wasn't eager to go to the dance. What can I do there? I'd only disgrace myself. No, I'm better off listening to Alyssa play the guitar. Coming closer, I saw a person on the edge of the stage with her legs dangling. So you came after all. Alyssa put the guitar aside and jumped to the ground. There was even a trace of joy on her face for a moment. Playing for someone is surely more interesting than being alone. As you can see, what are we going to do? What do you mean, what? I'm asking you. Well, you wanted... I got a sudden idea that this situation is one of her usual pranks, and I should never have expected to hear any guitar songs. I'm going to bed. Bye. Man, is she gonna join me in bed? Are we gonna get like some action like this early in the game? It's usually on day 6 or something when that happens, right? I turned around and waved a hand intentionally slow. Hey, Alyssa grabbed my sleeve. What? Don't you want to listen? Listen to what? You yourself don't know what you're going to do. Of course I know. She took the guitar and hit the strings with a plectrum a couple times. Is that what the little pick is called? Sit next to me. Oh man, she's gonna serenade me. Wait, was she playing a acoustic guitar before? I thought she was playing an electric. I don't remember. I didn't object, and in a moment I was sitting beside her. It's better this way. Miss the dance, leave now, and then what do? The role of a stranger was more suitable for a passive observer, and not for the eager seekers of answers, who I wanted to be so badly. So I'll show you how to play this song now. Oh. And then when we do the Miku thing, it's gonna be like, oh wow, you're so good at this. How are you so good? Oh well, no. Now we know why we're so good. Just like that right away? What do you mean right away? I haven't held a guitar for a long time. She could probably guess how long it's been since I held one. My skills were enough to make a little cat laugh. Although I guess you were pretty good when you were playing for Miku, though. So it's not difficult. I threw an intense look at Alyssa. It distinctly seems to me now that she can't express her feelings. She could lose her strange self-control for a moment, and I'd get to see a casual and even funny and friendly girl. And then when her self-confidence and impudence turned back on, it was bitchiness as usual. And which is the real one? Oh, we got this whole like little mask thing going on again. I think I talked about that, right? In the first episode where we were going down this path, just how she's going to be kind of similar to kind of similar to Lena with the whole putting on a facade kind of thing. Hey, what? Stop daydreaming. Oh, yeah, sorry. So, are you watching? I am. What song is this? The one I played this morning, of course. Oh, okay, I'm listening. Alyssa made up her mind and started to play. That's it. Did you get everything? I may have understood it, but I probably won't be able to replicate it. How should I put it? It's okay, practice makes perfect. She is undoubtedly right on this point, but I've had problems with practice all my life. Well, I took the guitar from Alyssa and tried to play the first chord. It was hard as if my fingers were tied in a knot and I didn't want to be in the right place. I used to be better before, but now I wouldn't even be able to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Well, wait a moment. Looks like you won't be a rock hero. Yeah, you'll be a guitar hero in a rock band. Boom, product placement. She laughed kindly. It may be better this way. I hissed, vainly trying to remember the order of the strings to press. Well, the guitars started to make a devilish sound resembling the groans of a wounded dinosaur. My left hand fingers constantly missed the right frets, and my right hand didn't strike in rhythm. Let's call that progressive rock. Progressive? Well, give it back. Are you making fun of progressive rock? Is that what you're doing, Semyon? She took the guitar away, and it sounded completely different in her hands. I felt embarrassed by my clumsiness for a moment. Alyssa's skill may not be on the level of a professional guitarist, but nevertheless, she played simple things like this with confidence. She must have had a lot of practice. Did you get it this time? She finished and offered the guitar to me. Well, I did better the second time, but it was still a long way from Alyssa's level, or from any decently adequate level. I was aware of how totally worthless I was compared to her. It seemed so simple. Just play a song with 3 chords. Man, Semyon, you're not impressing her that you can't get this fingering right. Fingering. The tune is too simple, though. I put the guitar aside. Alyssa was lost in thought for a moment. Even a preschool kid could play it better. Thanks. Go on. I tried. Okay, come on, let's go. So I noticed. I don't know why, but for some reason it was 2 clicks to move on to the next part of the, dialogue instead of just the usual one. She might be trying to demonstrate her evident superiority at playing the guitar. It's not like everyone can be a musician. Not really. Alyssa looked up at the sky. Though, you can't be one, that's for sure. Why is that? Or why is that? You should have heard yourself. I started to regret coming here. Well, don't mind me. Why does Alyssa need to do this? It's obvious that I'm a horrible guitarist. Obviously. Except for Miku, which might be saying something. But if I had some practice... So, will you practice? I don't know. Maybe I will. The guitar was the least of my problems, though. I'm stuck in a strange world I can't escape from. That's more important than a stupid argument with Alyssa. I suddenly felt an annoying self-pity, apathy, and an urge to leave this place, to forget this evening. Those feelings left a nasty impression and a burning desire to do or say something stupid. As if it would change anything. What? Me learning to play the guitar? You surely couldn't. You'd strum the guitar for a couple days and give it up. Alyssa's words pierced my heart. You know what? Oh well. Should she know? Is this any concern of hers? Am I reacting this way just because it's true and that it's Alyssa who spoke that truth? You can't know how to do everything. Probably not. But you should be able to, you should be able to at least do something. So are you saying that I can't do anything? How should I know? You know, I what? Should I tell her about my computer skills? Your Redditing skills? Or the books I've read and movies I've watched? Are those really skills? I guess reading is kind of a skill. Is watching movies a skill? Well, this is a pointless conversation. That goes without saying. You're only concerned with having fun. And you do nothing but whine. Forget it. I jumped down from the stage and walked away from a concert area. Go then. I heard Alyssa yelling to me. I'm already going, I hissed. Comrade. The path led me back to the square. There was Slavia in the center of it, sweeping the area. Oh, Semyon. Hi. I thought everyone was already asleep. No, what are you doing here? Cleaning up after the ball. Why didn't you come? Just. And where have you been? I hadn't the slightest intention of telling Slavia how I embarrassed myself on stage with the guitar in front of Alyssa while the whole camp was having fun at the square. I took a walk. Okay, but you should have come. It was fun. Glad you enjoyed yourself. I'd been sweating like a pig today, because of worries or just the hot night. Well, pigs don't sweat, so I guess you weren't sweating. That's nice. Good thing. Hey, do you know where I can have a bath? Certainly, go straight, then a bit to the left by the path, then to the right, and there'll be a bathhouse. Should I accompany you? Uh-oh. Slavia, we already did your route. I don't know what you're trying to do here. No need. Wait, no need. I'll find it myself. I totally didn't want to burden her more. And we end up in the forest. I walked along the forest path in the direction Slavia shouted. Oh, is she leading me to the lake? And then Alyssa's gonna be there too. My whole body was itching. How didn't I notice it before? And more importantly, what else hadn't I noticed? If things keep going like this, then I'll have to stay in this world forever. I shivered at the thought. Probably at the idea that I didn't feel any terror or even just fear. Just like it's all the natural flow of things. Oh, hey, that's fancy. I can see a bathhouse behind the trees. Why is the bathhouse in the middle of the forest? Well, pioneer camp. And why do the pioneers have baths here? Yeah, wasn't Alyssa and Yuliana, weren't they like not bathing, I guess, but weren't they like, I don't know, cleaning themselves at the place where we brush our teeth or whatever? Olga Dmitrovna had said something about repairs to the showers, though. No reason to worry about it now. Are we gonna find Alyssa in here and like accidentally walk in on her naked? Kind of have a feeling that might happen. There was soap and clean towels, so I quickly washed myself, went outside, and breathed in a chest full of fresh night air. No, it's too bad, man. No naked girls for you. Not yet, at least. It was so wonderful that physical cleanness brings spiritual cleanness. All of my problems, if not went away, then at least it became less important. It's like the water washed away not only the dirt from my body, but also the anxiety from my mind. I suddenly started yawning, so I headed to the leader's cabin, rubbing my eyes. I didn't take even a few steps before Alyssa jumped out from the bushes. Man, so she's peeping on me. Oh dang, Alyssa, you naughty girl. What are you doing here? I was just washing myself. She came to her senses and spoke again. And what? How should I know? Then why did you speak if you don't know? All my peace of mind vanished in a moment. Only the irritation and the weirdness remained. Or the wariness. Not the weirdness, the wariness remained. Okay, if you don't mind. Wait, now what? If back there on the stage you thought that, well, I didn't want to offend you or anything. It's okay, I'm not offended. I just can't play the guitar. Nothing special. A lot of people can't. I felt that there was obvious signs of irritation in my voice, but I couldn't do anything about it. I wanted to say everything to her face right here, right now. Exactly, you can't. Alyssa obviously restrained herself from laughing. Ugh, I've had enough of you. She totally drove me out of my wits at that moment. In another second, I would have started to yell at her. Or worse, punch her in the face like Lena. Wait. Would you just leave me alone? Not as a question, but as an exclamation. Alyssa followed me, but didn't try to stop me. I really didn't want to offend. Some invisible power made me turn around. Okay, can I go now? Yes, of course. In the moonlight, Alyssa looked very beautiful, with a brief, guilty expression on her face. If she could only keep her mouth shut. What are you smirking at? Although, nothing. I just thought that if you were only a little bit more polite, then what? Then I'd totally do you, which I probably would do anyways, right, later on, day 6. I shouldn't say such things. Right, you shouldn't say that to her. People could get ideas, definitely would. Depending on their intellectual ability, I don't think anyone would get ideas. Then nothing. You should finish what you started. There's nothing to finish. I'm very tired and I'm going to sleep. Stop right there. Don't make me run away from you. As if you could. Calling me fat now. She may be right. I'm exhausted from this day, and naturally I had no intention of running after a bath. So what? What? If only I would be more polite. Then what? Wow, she looks like she's gonna kill me now. Try it and you will see. Oh, good Semyon. That was a nice one. Snappy. Why should I do anything for a fool like you? Then don't try. What does it have to do with me? I sighed and dragged myself to the square. And what about you then? I feel like I'm being really passive-aggressive towards her. What? I replied without turning to her. Well, if I would, then you... I don't know what you're talking about, but let's think that I would if it is easier for you. Moron. Alyssa yelled at me and headed to the bathhouse. Comrade. The square shined with the cleanliness of a German road. I didn't know German roads were known for being clean, but okay. Which were washed with shampoo, or so people said. Really? Do people say that Germans wash their roads with shampoo? Okay. That's Slavia for you. Yep, shampooing roads like Germans. Yeah. And I just argued with Alyssa and nothing else. What for? As if it was really necessary. And her behavior, in any other situation, I would have surely said that Alyssa likes me and just hides it behind her rudeness. Yep, I was just gonna say that. I think I've said that, but in an indirect manner. It's because she doesn't want to get hurt, Semyon. She wants to like reach out to you, but she's so scared about being hurt herself. She's been hurt so many times before that I'm not sure about, but that's not important right now, though. Relationships, love, anything. Maybe she isn't even human. And what if she was human and all this was happening in the real world? I drove those thoughts away and headed to the leader's cabin. Tiredness had overwhelmed me. It was like an invisible obstacle stopped me in front of the door. Olga Dmitrovna certainly would like to know where I was and why I missed the dance. I'll get a full interrogation for sure. Counting the absence of Alyssa at the dance too, it wouldn't be hard to guess that we skipped it together. Oh man, is she gonna have like kooky ideas like she had with me in Slavia, and Slavia's ending? On the other hand, should I even tell her that instead of going to the dance, Alyssa practiced playing the guitar and I just went along with the flow? Nothing special actually. It doesn't really matter why I left. So, at the same time, I thought that it could be better to keep silent. Well, I decided on the spot. I sighed and pulled the door handle. Olga Dmitrovna was already waiting for me, wearing a dress. So, Semyon, where have you been? Let's see. Make up another excuse is what we need to do. I was just walking around. That's like your go-to excuse. Like, where have you been? Why are you missing in action? I was just taking a walk in the forest by myself. Alone? Yes. Okay, that's not important. Why didn't you come to the ball? Well, frankly speaking, I don't like dancing. Wait, didn't Electronik and Shrek not go to the ball either? So what? That was a camp public event, which means every pioneer had to attend. Oh. She looked at me intently. You could just sit somewhere quietly. Yeah. I'm sorry. I sighed. Okay. The leader softened. Go to bed quickly. The storm had passed. I tossed and turned but couldn't sleep. My head was full of thoughts about music, guitar, and Alyssa. I wondered, could I become a professional musician? And do I even want to be one? I wonder if this is gonna turn out to be like if I go with Alyssa's good path, like a good ending. I wonder if we're gonna end up like as a family, and I'm gonna be a professional musician, rather than like a writer with Lena. I don't know. We'll find out. Why should I want to be? It certainly would be pretty fun, but nothing else. Or is Alyssa the reason? She really is like an energy vampire, sucking all your juices. That's a little graphic for me, man. Semyon, you're already getting way ahead of yourself. You haven't even like asked her out yet. Don't think about her sucking your juices. My eyes started to close and I fell asleep a moment after. Just in time for day 4? Day 4, I think? before. Okay, I think we can fast forward. I woke up with hellish ringings in my head, dipped in my consciousness, yeah. Ringing alarm clock. 7:30. Yep, pretty sure I've read that before, so let's go ahead and pass. There's Miku. Think I remember stuff like this. Wait, hold on. Are we going to the beach? Yes, we are. And that stuff is still the same. I was just wondering if it was any slightly different, but I don't think it was. Does not say I have to do anything in particular. So let's just go to the bus stop. Oh, right. Is this when Shirk is missing? We're gonna run into Miku, right? And sure, why not? And we're gonna end up being good at playing the guitar, right? I want to see if there's anything different just because we already tried playing guitar. Better the second time. Yeah, why is it so easy with Miku? Maybe she's just better at teaching. Alright, let's go ahead and fast forward through that. So I don't know what... Just go ahead and check the forest, I suppose. Pretty sure I've checked the forest before too, right? So... Oh no, I haven't. Let's go ahead and read it then. It's obvious that Olga Dmitrievna and her pioneers have searched every nook and cranny, roamed the length and breadth of it, so it's not worth looking for a shuriken in the canteen or the beach, or in the cybernetics club. It was his second home, or even his first. Thus, it might be worth looking around the forest. I didn't plan to go far into the forest, otherwise it might be me who they'd be searching for tomorrow. I didn't really visit the countryside often. I just stayed in a country house every summer during my childhood, but that one was very close to the city. But in this camp, it's possible to find everything I hadn't seen for so long. Overwhelming vegetation, singing birds, and fresh air. I found a meadow and sat on a stump. How peaceful this place is. But where in the world is Shirk? Actually, he could have been taken against his will by the bears. This camp is far from normal, so pioneer disappearances should not be all that strange. An intriguing possibility: could it be the work of whichever force sent me here, or was it just some separate local entity's doing? Lost in my own thoughts, I didn't notice how the grass before me started moving. I looked closely and saw a squirrel. It approached me carefully and stared at my hands. Probably used to getting fed here. Sorry, friend, I don't have anything with me. Of course, the squirrel could not understand me and continued to just sit there, waiting for treats. I felt sorry for it because I didn't have even a crumb of bread in my pockets. I realized that I'm even ashamed to look it in the eyes and decided to move on. That's too bad, man. After some time wandering, because I was not in the forest, at least not in the surrounding area, and going farther is just frightening. I walked to the washstand, took off my shirt, tried to wipe myself down, because I was all sweaty. However, it wasn't so easy. I won't be able to get into the wash bowl. There wasn't even a ladle. Suddenly I heard footsteps from behind. I turned around. Electronik was walking my direction, looking for Shirk. Yes, you too? Me too. Listen, you know him better. Where could he have gone? I don't have a clue. He answered sadly. Well, I just don't understand why everyone has made such a fuss. During the night, wasn't he in the cabin with you? Then he can't have been gone for too long. Maybe he went for a walk? You don't know, Shirk, said Electronik excitedly. He's fanatically dedicated to his work. He is fanatically dedicated to his work. Okay, he is fanatically dedicated. You don't need that A there. His life consists of robotics and cybernetics. People like him are 1 in a million. No, in a billion. So there's like 7 other people like him in the world. His talent is boundless. I look up to him. He is a man of steel. Oh, he's Superman. Spoilers. No, simply triumphant. At that moment, he looked like Hitler. Okay, let's draw on a little bit of a mustache right there. Making a speech in front of crowds of thousands. Even his gestures matched. I kind of feel like this needs to be further up and like not bent straight out. Was it the right hand? Or was it supposed to be left hand? I don't know. I don't remember. Okay, so what? So what? You don't understand, do you? No. He spends a lot of time. He spends all of it, you see. All of his free time in our club. All. So disappearing just like that is unusual for him? Of course. Seems like Electronik calmed down. Okay. He looked at me intently. Are you going to wash? Not really. Oh, I'm naked right now, right? Or at least shirtless. Not really. Just rinse off a little. It is hot. Me too. He looked around. I wish there was a bucket or a ladle, something to get more water with. Yeah, I noticed already. Then let's do this. He walked behind the washstands and pulled on one of the taps. To my surprise, its end turned up, and rather than pouring into a wash bowl, the water splashed up at almost 90 degrees. You can manage to wash yourself in that way. Oh man, I'm surprised this is not censored. This is too much for us right here. Meanwhile, Electronik took his shirt off and then squatted. So it seemed like he pulled down his shorts. I couldn't really tell because the washstand he was behind concealed them up to his waist. He directed the stream towards himself and started to sing something quietly. Let's clean my chimney sweep. Electronik, are you gonna masturbate in front of me? Is that what's going on? I stood astonished, not knowing what to do. Just don't look, man, don't look. He seemed to notice it. I'll wash myself and then let you use it. Gosh, I got such a massive chill. Well, you know, I just remembered that I have something to do. Gotta go! Out of all the eccentricities of Electronik, the moment I just saw was the weirdest one. Hey, what's up with you? A cold shower on such a hot day is like the best thing ever. No. That won't do. And anyway, I have to go. Yep. Me and Electronik having those, sharing those awkward, game moments. I put on my shirt quickly, and ran back into the forest. I wonder what's got into him. I went for lunch with mixed feelings, with a sense of accomplishment, and with a realization of time wasted. The canteen was crowded, couldn't stay unnoticed. Olga Dmitrievna called me. Come with us. Sitting at a floor table, okay. I nodded and went to get my food. This time I had to spend several minutes in the queue. Today's menu didn't really differ from the other day's menus. Dishes look the same at least. I'm trying to remember if I've read this before. When I sat at the table, I wished bon appetit to everyone. I think I remember that. Olga Dmitrievna said, so what are you thinking? About what? You search for Shirk all around. It's noon and he's nowhere to be found. If they talk about police stuff and we postpone it, I'm going to go ahead and say we've read this. Must call the police. Can't be. And then she's going to be like, he's going to be like, why is Olga being so, like, weird and, like, not mentioning specific stuff? Yeah, okay. Pretty sure we've read this. Comrade. Oh, this is, yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. And food poisoning. Slavia, we're going to go ahead and say don't ask about the bundle. And we're going to get to Alyssa's, which, let's see, I think this is the last one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, giving her the charcoal is the last one. But you never know. What if she really has an ache? Okay. I reached into the drawer and got out a packet of activated carbon. Thanks. She wrestled it from my hand and ran away. I think that should be it. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll go ahead and call it, actually. Because I'm going to go ahead and save this. It's this one. Let's go ahead and save that. And that is actually our branch point for good and bad endings. So from now on, well, I think there's only one more choice that I can make that affects her. And then there's one choice that I have to make in order to get her ending. Either good or bad. So, yep, only one more choice. Kind of two more choices, I guess, left. So we'll go ahead and we're still on day 4 too. So I guess there's going to be a lot of stuff for us to skip, and then it's going to be at the very end when things get a little different. And yeah, so uh, we'll do all that stuff hopefully in the next episode. And until then, thank you for watching. Bye.